Hi, my name is Paulette Crabiel Wahler, and I'm chair of the Salvation Army New Brunswick Corps Advisory Board. And I'm a local funeral director. I own the Crabiel Home for Funerals in Milltown and Crabiel Park West Chapel in New Brunswick. In addition, we also have very varied professions on our advisory board. We have some that represent different companies. We have a lawyer. We have a representative of the City of New Brunswick, a representative of North Brunswick Township. We have a retired IBM guy. We have an engineer on the board, and he's wonderful to donate his time to our site plan for our addition that we're going to be hopefully putting on. And we have a marketing person and someone that's in the health field, and a lot of different realtor, a lot of different advisory. We have about 21 members, and we have a wonderful advisory board. I encourage anyone that would like to reach out to us, our advisory board, with maybe your expertise. We'd be thrilled to have you come to our advisory board meeting and maybe share some thoughts and maybe become a member of our advisory board. I remember as a little girl going in New York City with my father, the late David B. Crabiel, who also was on the Salvation Army Advisory Board years ago. And we were going through New York, and of course it was around Christmas time, and there was the kettles. And they were ringing the bell, and I always loved the whole warm feeling of the kettles and giving. So I went into my little purse and I dropped in, I think it was $5, and my father was so impressed that I did that. Then he put in $20. And that was a lot of money back then. But needless to say, I've always, ever since then, just loved the Salvation Army. They're one of the most wonderful, giving, I don't even know if you'd even want to call them organization. They're really a church, a missionary church, a social service church. They do so much good. It doesn't matter what religion you are. They try to help you no matter what. And the best thing about the Salvation Army is that they provide social services that maybe other places can't provide because of restrictions. Maybe they say, no, we can't help anyone that's not in our church, or they can't help someone because of some disability they may have, or whatever. They help everybody, and I think everybody on our advisory board feels the same way. They feel that we're doing a lot of good. Our advisory board is there to advise. We don't run the Corps or anything, but we advise them on to what we think might be helpful, or make contacts for them, because we know between our advisory board we know a lot of people and a lot of helpful people. But anyone you talk to about the Salvation Army, I've never heard anything negative about them, and they're just very giving. One thing is new that came to the Salvation Army in Middlesex County is the emergency service disaster food truck. And that's new since our advisory board came into effect. So we're very excited about that. We share the truck, the food truck as you will, with Perth Amboy. It's housed in Perth Amboy, and you have to be trained to be on it. Basically, the truck serves emergency responders. So if there is a Sandy disaster, or there's an earthquake, or anything like that, the truck will go within 3 hours of an event taking place. They'll be called out. If they're going to be there for a long time, they will serve hamburgers and water and coffee to the emergency disaster personnel, and I believe that we can serve about 2,500 hamburgers. I think they do hot dogs too, but 2,500 meals. And that is a great, exciting program that we're very excited about. Our New Brunswick emergency disaster team has been out there from our Corps, and as along with Perth Amboy, and it's just another service to the community. Something else new that happened under our advisory board is one of our advisory board members works for the City of New Brunswick, and he's a former police officer also. And he set up that our Corps will be an emergency holding place. So there's a house fire in New Brunswick. They can bring the family to our Corps until they can find them proper hotel or housing or something. We need a bigger building. We would like to utilize where the chapel or the church is now. We'd like to utilize that for some more social service issues. And in return, we need a bigger church too, because we have, I believe they have about 200 members here at the Corps, at the church. And so if they can get a bigger church, which they're planning on doing on the second floor, so they can utilize the first floor all for social services. So I would encourage anyone that would want to volunteer. Our Corps is right on the corner of Handy Street and Joyce Kilmer Avenue. It's a big building. We need a bigger building because we do so many social service events or what have you. And I would encourage anyone that wants to volunteer to have a rewarding experience to come down and visit our Corps. If you think that you have a talent that you can use towards our advisory board, that is always wonderful too. We're always looking for new people that have a passion for the Salvation Army and for helping people in general to be on our advisory board. And of course, we always need financial donations as anyone else. If you don't have the time but would like to write a check, believe me, it goes to great use. You get more bang for your buck at the Salvation Army than anywhere else.